With some news coming in from the EV sector, well, Chinese EV maker BYD has unveiled a new technology. This technology allows for a range of around 400 kilometers.
The electric vehicle industry is undergoing a seismic shift, and one automaker has just dropped a bombshell that could redefine the future of transportation. Imagine pulling into a charging station, plugging in your car, and gaining hundreds of miles of range in the time it takes to grab a cup of coffee. That future is no longer science fiction. It's here, and it's arriving faster than anyone predicted. From groundbreaking battery technology to ultra-fast charging networks, the race to dominate the EV market is heating up. Legacy automakers, tech giants, and startups are all scrambling to keep pace, but one company has just taken a decisive lead. The implications are enormous, not just for drivers, but for energy grids, urban infrastructure, and the global push towards sustainable mobility. Buckle up, because the next era of electric vehicles is unfolding right now, and it's more exciting than ever. BYD's supercharging breakthrough. A quantum leap for EVs. The biggest hurdle for electric vehicle adoption has always been charging speed. While gas-powered cars can refuel in minutes, most EVs still require significantly longer, until now. BYD, the Chinese automaker that has been quietly outpacing rivals, has unveiled a 1,000 kilowatt megawatt-level charging system capable of delivering 400 kilometers, 249 miles, of range in just 5 minutes. This isn't just an incremental improvement, it's a complete game-changer. For the first time, charging an EV could be as fast, if not faster, than filling up a traditional car. The technology is part of BYD's new Super E platform, which will debut in 2 high-performance models, the Han L sedan and Tang L SUV, set to launch in early 2025. The science behind the speed. To achieve this unprecedented charging rate, BYD had to overcome one of the biggest challenges in EV engineering: heat management. Pumping massive amounts of energy into a battery in minutes generates extreme temperatures, which can degrade battery life or even pose safety risks. The solution? A combination of next-generation battery chemistry, ultra-efficient silicon carbide power chips, and an advanced liquid cooling system that keeps temperatures in check. Unlike traditional air-cooled chargers, BYD's system circulates coolant to dissipate heat instantly, ensuring both speed and safety. This breakthrough doesn't just benefit BYD, it sets a new benchmark for the entire industry. If competitors want to stay relevant, they'll need to match or exceed this level of performance. The grid challenge. Can the world handle ultra-fast charging? While BYD's technology is revolutionary, it raises a critical question. Is the world's energy infrastructure ready for megawatt-level charging? The answer isn't simple. Most existing power grids were designed for gradual energy consumption, not the sudden surges required by ultra-fast chargers. Experts warn that widespread adoption of these systems could strain local networks, potentially leading to brownouts or blackouts. In high-demand areas, the infrastructure race countries like China are already investing heavily in grid upgrades to support this shift, but other regions, particularly those with aging energy systems, may struggle to keep up. The solution? A combination of high-capacity substations, smart grid technology, and on-site energy storage to buffer demand spikes. The challenge isn't just technical, it's financial. Installing ultra-fast chargers is expensive, with some estimates putting the cost at over $1 million per station. Governments and private companies will need to collaborate to make this infrastructure viable on a large scale. The new charging wars. Infrastructure as the ultimate battleground. The race for EV supremacy has entered a critical new phase where charging infrastructure has become the decisive competitive frontier. Tesla's supercharger network, with its extensive reach and proven reliability, now faces its most serious challenge yet, from BYD's ambitious rollout of 4,000 ultra-fast charging stations across China. This massive infrastructure push represents more than just numbers. It's a strategic play to combine superior charging speeds with seamless vehicle integration, creating an ecosystem that could redefine consumer expectations. Traditional automakers aren't sitting idle either, with legacy players like Ford and GM forming charging alliances to avoid being left behind in this infrastructure arms race. The stakes couldn't be higher, as control over charging networks translates directly into customer loyalty and market influence. BYD's aggressive moves suggest the company understands this fundamental truth better than most, positioning itself not merely as a Tesla competitor, but as the architect of the next generation of EV infrastructure. As this battle intensifies, the winners will be those who can deliver not just the fastest charging, but the most convenient and ubiquitous network, a challenge that will reshape the automotive landscape for decades to come. BYD versus Tesla, the changing of the guard. The electric vehicle landscape is undergoing a seismic shift as BYD overtakes Tesla in annual revenue, reporting $170 billion compared to Tesla's $155.5 billion in 2024. This milestone represents more than just financial numbers. It marks a fundamental realignment in the EV industry's power structure. Where Tesla once stood unchallenged as the undisputed leader, BYD's vertically integrated approach and aggressive global expansion have positioned it as the new benchmark for success. The Chinese automaker's ability to deliver affordable yet technologically advanced EVs at scale has proven to be a winning formula, particularly in emerging markets where price sensitivity remains crucial. This transition raises critical questions about whether Tesla can adapt its premium-focused strategy to compete in an increasingly cost-conscious EV market, or if BYD's rise signals a new era where accessibility trumps prestige in the race for electric dominance. How BYD is gaining the upper hand. BYD's strategic advantage lies in its ability to deliver cutting-edge EV technology at accessible price points, contrasting sharply with Tesla's premium-focused approach. The Chinese automaker's vertically integrated business model gives it unparalleled control over production costs, manufacturing everything from battery cells to power semiconductors in-house. This self-sufficiency not only buffers against supply chain disruptions, but also enables rapid iteration and cost optimization. Simultaneously, BYD is executing an aggressive global expansion strategy, establishing manufacturing footholds in Europe while making significant inroads across developing markets where affordability is paramount. Meanwhile, Tesla finds itself at a crossroads, grappling with softening demand in crucial markets and the unpredictable fallout from Elon Musk's polarizing public persona. As these challenges mount, the industry is left wondering whether Tesla can reclaim its innovative edge or if BYD's pragmatic mass-market approach will redefine leadership in the EV sector. The shifting dynamics suggest we may be witnessing a fundamental realignment of power in the global automotive landscape. The future of EVs, faster, cheaper, and everywhere. BYD's revolutionary charging technology represents more than just a technical milestone. It signals a fundamental shift in electric vehicle accessibility. By slashing charging times to match traditional refueling while maintaining competitive pricing, the company is dismantling the two biggest obstacles to mass EV adoption: convenience and cost. This breakthrough could finally bridge the gap between early adopters and mainstream consumers, transforming EVs from niche alternatives into default choices for car buyers worldwide. The implications extend far beyond any single automaker, potentially accelerating the entire industry's transition to sustainable mobility at a pace few anticipated. As this technology proliferates, we're witnessing the birth of a new era, where electric vehicles aren't just environmentally preferable, but practically superior in every meaningful way. What comes next? In the EV revolution, the automotive industry stands at a pivotal moment, where technological breakthroughs are colliding with infrastructure demands and shifting consumer expectations. As ultra-fast charging becomes a reality, the ripple effects will reshape the entire transportation landscape in ways we're only beginning to understand. Global domination, BYD's multi-pronged international expansion strategy. BYD's global ambitions extend far beyond China's borders, with a carefully orchestrated expansion strategy that differs markedly from Tesla's approach. The company has identified three key international growth vectors: commercial vehicles, particularly electric buses, passenger EVs, and energy storage systems. In Europe, BYD has established local assembly plants in Hungary and is rapidly expanding its electric bus fleet, projected to exceed 50,000 units by 2025. Southeast Asia represents another strategic priority, with a new 500 million manufacturing hub in Thailand expected to produce 150,000 vehicles annually for ASEAN markets. Perhaps most surprising is BYD's success in Latin America, where its affordable EVs are gaining significant market share in Brazil, Mexico, and Colombia. Unlike Tesla's premium-focused strategy, BYD tailors products to regional needs, offering right-hand drive versions for Commonwealth countries, cold-weather packages for Nordic markets, and ruggedized variants for developing nations with poor road infrastructure. This localized approach, combined with aggressive pricing, makes BYD uniquely positioned to capture emerging market demand as global EV adoption accelerates. The ripple effect: how BYD is reshaping entire industries beyond automotive. The BYD phenomenon is creating seismic shifts across multiple industries, with consequences that will reverberate for decades. Traditional automakers face existential threats. Analysts project that BYD's cost advantages could force 20–30% of legacy manufacturers to exit the market by 2030. The oil industry is confronting its own reckoning, with projections suggesting BYD's ultra-efficient hybrids could reduce global gasoline demand by 5–7% by 2030, potentially collapsing crude prices. Even the mining sector is being transformed, as BYD's preference for lithium iron phosphate (LFP) batteries over nickel-cobalt alternatives is reshaping commodity markets. On the infrastructure side, BYD's vehicle-to-grid (V2G) technology turns its EVs into distributed energy assets, challenging traditional utility business models. Perhaps most significantly, BYD's success is forcing Western governments to reconsider industrial policy. The EU's recent investigations into Chinese EV subsidies and the US's Inflation Reduction Act incentives both represent direct responses to BYD's growing dominance. These cross-industry impacts demonstrate how one company's innovation can reshape the global economic landscape. The 2025 powertrain that redefines hybrid technology, a masterclass in engineering. BYD's fifth-generation DM, dual-mode hybrid system, represents what many industry analysts are calling the most significant advancement in automotive powertrain technology in decades. The system's staggering 46.6% thermal efficiency, achieved through revolutionary combustion chamber design and ultra-precise fuel injection timing, makes traditional internal combustion engines, typically 25–35% efficient, appear primitive by comparison. This technological marvel enables the system to achieve a previously unimaginable 2.9 LZOLs 100 km fuel consumption while delivering a combined electric gasoline range of 2,000 kilometers, enough to drive from Los Angeles to Denver without refueling or recharging. The implications are profound. BYD has effectively created a transitional technology that combines the environmental benefits of electrification with the convenience and range of gasoline vehicles, potentially accelerating global EV adoption by addressing range anxiety concerns that have hindered mass-market acceptance. Automakers worldwide now face immense pressure to accelerate their own charging innovations or risk being left behind. This isn't just about keeping pace with BYD's technology, it's about reimagining what's possible in electric mobility. Companies that once dismissed 5-minute charging as science fiction must now scramble to develop competing systems, potentially triggering a wave of R&D investment across the industry. Meanwhile, the energy sector confronts its own transformation. Power grids designed for gradual, predictable demand must now adapt to handle concentrated megawatt-level surges. This transition will require unprecedented collaboration between automakers, utility companies, and policymakers to upgrade infrastructure without causing destabilizing strain on electrical systems. The solutions may include smart load balancing technologies, localized energy storage buffers, and even vehicle-to-grid systems that turn EVs into temporary power reservoirs. For consumers, these developments could finally eliminate the last psychological barriers to EV adoption. When charging becomes as quick and convenient as stopping for gas, with comparable range, the calculus of vehicle ownership fundamentally changes. This shift won't happen overnight, but the trajectory is clear. We're moving toward a future where electric vehicles aren't just environmentally preferable, but objectively more practical than their gasoline counterparts. The race to dominate this new era of transportation is accelerating at breathtaking speed. While BYD currently leads in charging technology, the coming years will reveal whether they can maintain this advantage and whether legacy automakers and tech giants can mount an effective response. One certainty remains. The EV revolution has reached its most exciting chapter yet, and the implications will reverberate far beyond the automotive world. What do you think? The EV revolution is accelerating at breakneck speed, but critical questions remain. Will 5-minute charging finally overcome consumer hesitation about electric vehicles? Can Tesla reclaim its innovation crown? Or has BYD's practical approach set a new industry standard? Perhaps most importantly, is our aging energy infrastructure prepared for this technological leap? The answers to these questions will shape the future of transportation. Share your thoughts below on which automaker you think will lead the charge. And don't forget to subscribe for more cutting-edge updates on the technologies transforming how we move. The race to electrify our roads is just getting started, and the next chapter promises even more dramatic developments.